In a never-ending quest for good production value, I decided to turn my microphone straight up and down. So maybe you can hear me better. It's usually pointing forward. I'm not sure where to look. Do I look at me? Do I look at that? Do I look at the viewfinder? It's usually pointed forward, but usually I'm the one doing all the talking. So I've noticed in the last few videos, the audio's been hard to understand. So I'm gonna keep at it. This is what it looks like today. I don't know if you can see the side view of it. No, it's the same shot. Oh my gosh. Snowcat Watch 2019. Well, more like Snowball Watch now. Look at his eyes are there. Oh man. I don't think this thing's gonna last. Remember when this thing was brand new? In fact, it's all but gone. Well, I'm still the only neighbor with the snow riches. Happy birthday, Jeep. You're 2 years old today. Wow, where did the time go? You've grown up so fast. Winter times brings the season of unfunctioning cats. This guy hasn't moved in forever, and there's two more right here next to the electric blanket. Not much action happened out of any of them today, nor do I think that they're going to recover before the end of the night. Hi, Mooch. How was your day?
I'm Batman.
What about you in there? Why don't you ever come out and play with us? Hi, Rizzo. What'd you do today? Whole bunch of nothing. But you are the softest of all the cats. 10 days later, holy cow. Christopher Columbus already went back to home by now, and you're still celebrating Thanksgiving.
I don't think Christopher Columbus had anything to do with
I'm
Thanksgiving.
just gonna ignore that.
No. He showed up with his blankets and his horns of plenty.
Oh my.
And now you're having it 72 hours later. No? How do you know? Were you there?
No, but
You weren't even there, dude.
that's not what Thanksgiving was. It was the Pilgrims and the Indians.
Yeah, and Christopher Columbus.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't sitting down to eat with the Indians.
Well-
he was enslaving them.
One thing is for sure, if he did, he wouldn't have leftovers 17 days later.
What? Why?
How have we gone from 10 days to 17 days? Just, out of curiosity.
It's only 2 days later.
Well, because this is the end of the clip. When we started the clip, it was only 10 days. But now that we're ending the clip, it's gone up by a week. What are you doing? Making more snow?
With my sewing machine?
I don't know. I'm just hopeful for more snow.
Oh no, I'm hemming my jeans. And Blake's jeans, because we're both too short for our jeans.
Why do you have a pizza cutter in here? Is this where you make your bagel bites? You take regular pizzas and then you cut
Do
them up?
not use my sewing cutter for bagel bites.
Oh my gosh, you even have Monopoly pieces in here? Is this a sewing box or a toy box?
A little of them column A, a little of them column B.
Oh, these are cute.
Those are for cutting little stitches off.
Oh, for little snitches? Oh, look at all this string.
Not string.
You have any googly eyes? You need a new sewing machine. This one's so old, it still has hieroglyphics on it. Is this how they sewed back in the day?
Yes, with hieroglyphics. That's exactly what those are.
What a mess, guys. This is just my nightstand drawer that exploded all over the bedroom. What do you think about that, Kamiko? There's all kinds of cool stuff here. Unopened Apple products, DS's, PlayStation Vitas, money from other countries, sealed VidCon cards. Dang, guys, you want to see a picture of me from like 1997 real quick? Holy cow, what's up with that hair, Dan? Look at the roots. The roots are on fire. Oh man. So I found a bunch of my old technology, some of the stuff that I've not thrown away. If it's a camera, if I've vlogged with it, if I made memories with it, I've kept it because it's, of importance to me. So I found a bunch of the stuff in this drawer. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I thought we would check it out together. So this guy here, I got this thing in 2004 or 5, and this was the very first iPod mini. This wasn't the first iPod itself, but this was the first mini. It's pretty rad. It was silver. Of course, everything, you had to get a silicone sleeve for everything back in the day, right? And if that wasn't enough, I had to have this official Apple licensed sock. It's my iSock. I can use it for my iPod. This thing was 4 gigabytes. So this thing I used mostly when I did videos for Vidi. Look how tiny this is. This is the first generation iPod Touch. Where's my phone? I'm using it right here to see the screen. Look how tiny it is compared to my phone. It only did Wi-Fi. It didn't have any cell data or anything like that. It is so tiny. My first Instagram stuff was on there. Oh, this is what it was like back. And this was in 2011 maybe. Okay, check out the rad camera. And then, whoa-bash. Now, now I'm paparazzi status. Oh my gosh. So this camera here, this was my very, very, very first camera ever. And this started everything. This is the reason why I make videos today. This thing goes back with me 10 years, and it's my Flip Minnow. 2 gigabytes of memory, records up to 60 minutes. Comes with a cable and a strap, and no image stabilization. Let's check this thing out. Oh, there it is. Oh. There was, yeah, I could plug this into the side of my laptop, but it was always too thin for the computers and it would just hang down. Lock up all the time. It's just one button. You just push the button and it would record. Oh, does it go on? No, I should charge it. Oh, the little rubber that I used to have on it to protect it, because like I said, that was really popular back then. This is what I did a lot of stuff on right here. Look how awesome it was. This is all it did. This is before iPhones had cameras and stuff like that in them that could actually do anything. A little black piece of tape over the red light so it would be in everybody's face. It had this tiniest little window. You couldn't really do anything with it. You can even put it on AOL Video or YouTube or MySpace. It's got MySpace logos on there, guys. I never uploaded videos to MySpace. Okay, I stared at this for like 5 more minutes after that last part. So the next camera I had after the Flip was the Vado HD. What is it by? Sony? Creative threw their hats in the ring during a time where everybody was trying to fight to have a pretty decent image stabilization, cool little point and shoot camera before they were put into basically iPhones that we have today. They had cool Sony ones where the camera would flip back and forth so you could film yourself and stuff. They all had horrible microphones. This one was tiny. The front popped off to change the battery out if you needed to do that. All internal memory. This one's got a little bit of it upgraded way to hook it to your computer. They've learned their lesson on that. Still one thing, a little bit bigger screen. It says HD, but man, they threw that HD word around like crazy back in the day, and it didn't really mean HD. 4 gigabytes of photo storage and 720 video. I like this thing. It did well. I wasn't as attached to it as I was with the Flip because I took a big chance on that. I always thought I was gonna make videos, and I'm like, let's do it. I got this guy on one of those deals of the day sites, remember? Like BuzzFeed or something like that, where they have just one item. You're like, wow, I can't believe this whole site is based on a countdown timer to what the item is, and it's gonna make you want to buy it because the countdown timer. It was even refurbished. It was like $150. And then after that, I started, watching Charles Trippy stuff, and I started seeing him do more and more stuff on little point and shoots. So I ended up with this little guy here. This is the Canon PowerShot. Sorry, it's hard for me to read because this light is blinding my face, but you guys have to see me, right? This little thing was smaller than I remember it being. It was awesome. It was a cool little camera. The only beef that I have with these things is that I don't have Go-Go Gadget arms in order to make it go fast, back far enough to get my head and my hair in the frame. So that was hard, but I like this little guy. You just had to be careful because you couldn't drop this thing. It took decent pictures. It had a rewarding sound to it. And I have my extra battery pack here for it. And I used this one for probably about a year or so. I used this. I believe after that is when I went to the GoPro life, and I did stuff on the GoPro. A lot of you guys that watched me back in the day loved it. A lot of you guys back in the day said, hey Dan, I like you, but I can't watch your stuff because it makes me feel like I'm seasick. Because it was so fisheye back then and there was no image stabilization. But I vlogged the heck out of things with this thing. It was awesome because I was used to having this red camera here that we were just looking at where I had to have my arm really far back to go in where I'm right here and I'm in frame, and it felt a little bit more intimate. The other one I had no screen on the back, so I would just have to learn where to hold it and where to fold it, and then I would just hope that this stuff would just come out good later. But I like this guy. We had a lot of fun. We threw it off the roof, we jumped in the pool with it, we did a lot of cool things with the GoPro. And that's thanks for coming to my TED Talk of cameras of vlogs past. All right, another day, another vlog. What do you got going on over here?
Pie in tube form.
Tube pie?
Tube pie. Yep.
Oh man, your tube pie looks excellent. And I'm gonna eat this tea and drink this sandwich before I have to cut carbs tomorrow. So everybody have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
No. You're gonna drink the tea and eat the sandwich.
Yeah, it all goes into the same spot.
Hey.
All right. Have a good night.